Fight Club gamers, join the movement. That's right. Welcome everybody to another wonderful world of Madden. Well, another wonderful day in Madden. Today we're going to talk about a few different things. Well, we're going to talk about one main thing. But before we get into that, I always like to introduce myself. This is your host, Tymberland Ghost, with Fight Club Gamers. You can find all this information at www.fightclubgamers.com. You can follow me on Twitter. Please follow me on Twitter at Tim Ghost, capital T-Y-M, capital G-H-O-S-T. And if you want to be part of our Fight Club Madden community, we definitely have a presence on Facebook. You can find us at Fight Club Madden Community in the groups, and all you have to do is request to be in, and we'll bring you in a lot of great things, a lot of great information, tournaments, head-to-head games, a lot of different things building and brewing over there. But today, what are we talking about today? Got a lot of information coming out from Madden every single day now. It seems like everything is dropping. You got developer blogs. You got a lot of different things coming out. But today we're going to talk about who are the top 5 quarterbacks when it comes down to ratings. It's very unique. You'll see some of the commercials out there, some of the advertisements. You see it with the rookies. The rookies has funny skits about their ratings and what they think their ratings should be. And every day Madden is starting to drop their ratings. So you know it's getting closer to Madden 18 season. As the blogs and the ratings come out. And then game players start coming out at that point. And next thing you know, we'll be at EA Access, where we can access the game a little bit ahead of time. So today, what are we talking about? We're talking about the top 5 QB ratings in Madden. This list, just looking at this list, it kind of surprises me. It's kind of retroactive. We wanted to be a little bit more futuristic, but I understand the list. And you know what? We're going to go from 5 to 1. So without further ado, we'll kick this thing off. So at number 5, we got Big Ben representing the Pittsburgh Steelers. And these are all quarterbacks rated over 90 at that point. Big Ben comes in with the overall of 90. What's some of the things about Big Ben that people really like? You're talking about he has good strength. He's a 93 throw on the run. He's definitely a quarterback that can kind of move and throw the ball at the same time. Even though he's not that fast, his speed's really not that good, but he can throw while he's running. What's my thoughts on Big Ben? Well, he definitely benefits from the team he has around him. He has a lot of weapons with Bryant, Brown. A lot of good weapons around him. He's a sleeper QB. That's what I want to say. He's a sleeper QB, especially if you're running your connected franchise. If we went in the lines of thinking connected franchise, he's definitely a sleeper QB. Not glamorous, but he'll get the job done. And he has nice weapons around him. And he's always good for, how would I say this? He's good for 1 year. He's good for maybe even a good trade at that point. But if you're asking me if I ended up with Big Ben on my team as a quarterback, absolutely. We can run with it and we can build around it. But Big Ben comes in at number 5. Number 4. Drew Brees, representing the New Orleans Saints. This is Mr. Consistent. He's the only other quarterback in the game. There's 2 guys with awareness of 99, and he's one of them. This guy is very, very efficient at QB. He's been Mr. Consistent throughout pretty much the last decade. He's actually a quarterback that you can easily sleep on, but he's always a good choice to have at quarterback. And he can go for a couple of different years. He's not a 1-year wonder, and you gotta get rid of him after the first year because his value is gonna diminish at that point. So he's Mr. Consistent. I like him out here on the field. Again, like I said, his awareness, one of his traits, awareness, is 99. Would I vote for him to be a QB in my connected franchise? Hard to say this, but I wouldn't take Drew Brees. I'll take Big Ben. I wouldn't take Drew Brees. I'll look for some other guys such as, and I hate to say this, Russell Wilson, or maybe even an Andrew Luck or Derek Carr over Drew Brees. But Drew Brees comes in. He's 92 overall rated QB. He's actually a pretty solid choice if you have him on your roster for a couple of seasons. Would I use him in the MUT mode? Depends on his attributes. But that's number 4. If we're coming in at number 3, who do you have in at number 3? Oh, wow. Not only is he in the same city as myself, but we got Matt Ryan coming in with a 96 overall. Guys, what more can we say about the Falcons? First off, Matt Ryan had the largest single season jump when it comes down to overall. He started Madden 17 at 84. Now he's up to a 96. Had the best season last year of all quarterbacks when it comes down to stats. His short, medium, long throw will be great. Everybody is pretty much like this in Madden. By the end of the year, there's always a dominant team that everybody uses or utilizes on Madden to play money games, to play tournaments if they're free to use. And the Falcons was definitely the go-to team. Anybody saying the Falcons wasn't the go-to team, they're out of their mind. They have great defense, great offense, and Matt Ryan is the QB of that ship. So does this QB get a yes or a no when it comes down to connected franchise? Absolutely yes. Does this QB get a yes or a no when it comes down to MUT salary cap? Absolutely. He's probably going to be the most picked up card this year compared to last year. And even in fantasy football, he'll probably be one of the most picked up quarterbacks also from that standpoint. But that's Matt Ryan coming in at number 3. Well, we only got 2 quarterbacks left, and we know who they are. Number 2, representing the Green Bay Packers and the Cheeseheads, we got Aaron Rodgers with the overall of 98. Listen, it's hard to call him the second best quarterback in the game when he can make every throw in the game. He has every intangible. Look at it. His throw on the run is even a 97. This is the QB of choice. If anybody said, hey, I want this QB, especially when you're talking about a video game and Madden, and you say, what QB do I want? It's going to be Aaron Rodgers. 10 votes, 9 people, Aaron Rodgers. And then you're gonna have the one or two people who say, I want a mobile quarterback. But you're not stacking him up against the Matt Ryans, the Drew Brees, the Ben Roethlisberger of the world and saying, hey, I don't want Aaron Rodgers, I want one of the other two. No, Aaron Rodgers is getting that pick. So do I vote for him for connected franchise? Absolutely. Do I vote for him for MUT? Absolutely. And if I'm fortunate enough to have him on my team or on my salary cap team, we're taking him. Again, Aaron Rodgers, number 2, 98 overall. He can make all the throws. Hard to call him the second best, but right now, when it comes down to overall and Madden ratings, he's number 2. Now, let's get to the number 1 player. Listen, this guy is, first off, he's the cover athlete. The GOAT edition. You really can't get much higher than the GOAT edition. You have one of the most epic comebacks in recent Super Bowl histories or Super Bowl history ever, coming down from 25 at that point and really turning it on. No surprise here, the number 1 rated guy is Tom Brady. This guy's a Leo, share the same sign, everything. He's cool guy, cool as a fan, Listen, if you want a pocket quarterback, he's not going to scramble. I know all you guys saw the video of him running a 40-yard dash at his real combine. He's not a fast guy. But listen, he has the mental capacity. He knows football. And how do you translate that onto a Madden field? How do you translate real life football onto a Madden field? His overall is a 99. That's how you translate it. Like I said, is he fast? No. Is he efficient and accurate? Absolutely. You want to get you a great quarterback where the short, medium, and long is going to be great? Tom Brady is your guy. And then they say they're going to fix legacy issues where he retires after the first year. So the Patriots may be good to go, especially if you have a certain style offense where it can revolve around the tight end, short, medium throws. But Tom Brady can do it all. Let me not put him in a box. He can do it all. So would you vote yes for him for Connected Franchise? Absolutely. He gets my vote for Connected Franchise for at least 2 years. 2 years. After 2 years, hey man, I gotta move on. I gotta rebuild my team. Does he get a vote for you in MUT and salary cap? Absolutely. So that's the list right there. That's the top 5 list. Just a couple of good honorable mentions that came in above the 90 threshold in overall. Russell Wilson, he's in the 90s. Andrew Luck is in the 90s. I wouldn't be surprised to see Derek Carr bump his way up at some point, and some other QBs that can be efficient for your team, can be efficient for your Connected Franchise, can be efficient for MUD at that point because you're going to add some legendary guys at that point. But those are the top 5 guys. Number 5, Big Ben, coming in at number 1, 91 overall. Number 4, Drew Brees, coming in at a 92 overall. Number 3, Matt Ryan, the biggest jump on the list, comes in at 96 overall. Number 2, Aaron Rodgers with a 98 overall. And number 1, the GOAT edition, Tom Brady with a 99 overall. Hey guys, that's your top 5 QB ratings list according to EA Sports and according to Madden. In the end, you have to fit your guy to fit your scheme. But thank you for listening. If you're listening online on YouTube, please subscribe to the page, like, comment, subscribe at that point. If you want to join the Facebook community, find us online, Fight Club Madden community. Go ahead and request it at that point. Follow me on Twitter, Tim Ghost. This is your host with the most, representing the Amplified Podcast, All Man Podcast. We are out.